Well, okay, so my name is Chris. Okay, I'll be presenting today. All right. I work with WorkTC. Well, I don't really actually work with WorkTC, but I do. I do their presentations for WorkTC. All righty. So I just want everybody to get their phones if it's possible and just beautifully add my friend here, Maylene, to your contacts. You know, it's more efficient than a cafecito at 3 p.m. All right, so just add her contact if you don't mind, so that way you guys can have it. It'll automatically go into your it'll automatically go into the contact and you'll save it. So it's very easy. Everybody got it? Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna talk about Maylene because she already explained everything to you guys, but I gotta do a recap. So she has over 27 years in experience in the real estate industry. She worked with 17 agents as an in-house transaction coordinator back in Vegas. Okay. She processed over 40 files a month at that time. Okay. With those 17 agents. Okay. Became a negotiator for REOs during the crash. All right. She handled short sales as well, 40 to 50 files per month during the financial meltdown. Okay. And she also worked in title for 5 years. And currently we're handling an average of 40 to 50 files monthly because of the way it is today. On average, we were handling roughly around 100 to 120, okay? Back in 2019, 2020, 2021, that beautiful time, okay? And we maintain a closing rate of over 90%. Most of our files never canceled. Now, I had to fix it because there is a lot more cancellations. Okay, so this will be updated, but not our fault. All right, we have Suzette. She's the other TC. Okay, she's not here with us currently, but hey, you know, just her experience comes from a well-rounded field. Okay, so she's done a little bit of everything. So, and she's been working with us for 2 years. All right, so. How many of you have used a transaction coordinator before? I know, 1, 2. No? No? Why?
She's an investor.
Oh, you're an investor? Oh, okay. 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 All right. All right. So do you ever feel overwhelmed by any paperwork? Like, you know, the stress of the paperwork, that's important to know. You have place on personal time. Personal time is very important. A TC will definitely give you personal time. All right. Of course, and your stress level. This is extremely important. Has anybody ever had a lot of stress managing their paper? So again, agents who use TC on average have a 25% increase in productivity. Okay, so you guys understand that. Very important. Okay, the benefits of using a WorkTC as your TC is always, always, always time management. Okay, time management. So saving time is the most important thing for an agent. What you could do with that time is unreal. Okay, so just think about it. You guys work not 40 hours a week. You guys work 80, 90, 100 hours a week. So those extra 20 hours is a huge difference. You could do a lot of marketing. You could do a lot of, you know, other stuff that, you know, door knocking, you know, stuff like that. All right. Also, being a realtor is one of the top 10 stressful jobs, just so you guys know, because you're on commission. You have no salary. You're your own boss. So the stress level of getting that next deal is constant. Okay. So benefits of using us is we help you close more deals. Okay. Spend more time prospecting, showing, negotiating. Okay. We also work extended hours. Okay. That's important that you understand. How many times have you called at 7, 8, and you've gotten a reply?
10.
And at 10, exactly. So you'll notice we work like you guys do. We work the same way. All right. We don't take any sick days, any personal days, because if one is sick, the other one takes over. Okay. So the other thing is we're fast, we're organized, and we're compliant. We make sure that you're compliant. We make sure that you guys have all your right paperwork and everything. And by the way, just to let you know, all of you guys at work, you guys have to always open first the form Simplicity So the uploading of files, okay? All right, so we move like you, fast, focused, and always on, okay? So you guys know we're like you guys, we're like you guys. All right, so there's a difference between in-house and an independent transaction coordinator, right? We have no salary. You guys don't have to pay anything. You know, you're pretty much, you know how the difference is. It's in-house, 9 to 5. It's all good. If there's 12 agents inside, she only works, hey, 9 to 5. Hey, I'm out of the office. All good. You know, she takes her time because she knows she's going to get her paycheck or his paycheck at the end of the week. You know, yes, there will be, hey, you know, constant, but the priority is like not as desperate practically, you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad, you know, it's like, oh my God, okay, you know, when it gets there, it gets you. We'll try our best, you know? All right, not with us. With us, it would depend on you. So we have to perform because if not, you go to somewhere else and that's not good for us. All right. So our priorities, okay, are confidentiality. This is extremely important. Confidentiality for us is extremely important. Customer service, as you could tell, without that, we don't keep you. So we have to be constantly on our finest behavior and on point. Ethics, very important on this, okay? We're very ethical. And the reason why we say this is because let's say we've had times where we have 2 agents that work with us and we're handling both transactions. So what we do at that moment is that we split it. So one TC will work on one and the other TC will work on the other independently. So there's no conflict. Okay, so they try to separate that for that reason. So there's a, you know, it's a conflict. It's like, hey, you know, you're trying to do better for the other one. So ethics is extremely important for us, okay? So now we do not hire real estate agents at all, okay? And I'll tell you why. Agents are built to sell. They're salespeople. So an example, we've had this before with other files. Okay. Hey, I have a closing coming up. The TC didn't reply because she was doing a closing. And this happens. While we're trying to get information, that TC is doing a closing for the other agent. So as you can tell, there's a conflict here. Okay. So this actually happens. So as you can tell, we don't sell homes. We only do our job. Okay. And we don't poach leads. That's the other thing with a TC. So let's say you hire a real estate agent and she has all your contacts. Sooner or later, she's going to have a better rapport with that client than you because she talks to him more or he talks to him more. Let's be, or they or them, or whatever. I don't know, I'm just trying to be safe. Okay, I don't want to get sued. So, so that's what it is at the end of the day. So we don't hire them for that reason. We don't want that conflict of interest. We don't want them to say, oh yeah, no, they got all our contacts. They're going to call us, whatever. They're going to try to poach our clients. All right. We specialize in what we do. That's what we are. That's it. Hey man, we only handle the paperwork. We only handle the process. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. So real agents need real support. That's the reality. Okay. Their job is to sell. We don't sell. Okay. The only thing we do is we don't hire real estate agents. We empower them. That means we make sure that you guys look good. So your clients could then come back to us, okay? So real estate issues, okay? Real estate transaction issues. Okay, 60% of the problems happen after the contract is signed. Isn't that great, guys? Yeah, I know, okay. So now you know. It starts with the financing and the lending, all right? 32%, okay, are delays there. That's where the biggest issue is right now, all right? Although TC can underwrite a loan, WorkTC can help reduce, okay? We do everything here. We stay in constant contact with the lender, confirm the milestones. We track the loans, the commitments, the deadlines. We ensure all lenders' requirement documents are sent on time, the addendums, and we catch any red flags, okay? And of course, we always communicate with the buyer's agent and stay on top of them, all right? So why it matters? Most agents are juggling showings, listing, client questions. So the TC becomes more like the watchdog. It's the overall, the administrator at the end of the day, okay? So that's what we do, okay? We want to make sure that you guys do what you do best and you let us do what we do best, okay? So The second part is the inspection, the repair. That's 16% of the contract. That's 60% of what comes after, right? So we keep track of the same things. We make sure that everything is taken care of. After that, our favorites, our title and our HOAs. Okay, those are the ones that are really the sticklers. Okay, everybody else we could deal with, but title and HOA, they're the ones that are like the missions. Okay, so you guys understand. So, but we handle that. You know what I'm saying? We take care of it. And not only that, Maylene has title experience, so she understands everything that's going on in title, so she could always be on point. Okay, to make sure that you guys are running smoothly. Okay, so this is our outline, and this is what we do. We verify all signatures. Okay, initial dates. We coordinate the money. We request all required documents from the seller. We send out a welcome email. All right, this is extremely important, so you guys will see now in the future coming up. These are all the important dates within a contract. Okay. Now, we prepare all necessary addendums. This is extremely important, guys. Do not do an addendum. Just call, text. You know how it is through WhatsApp. You call, and Maylene or the other TC will take care of that addendum for you at whatever time and send them out for digital signature. Okay? And trust me, we've been walking in Disney World, and we do get it. We run over to a PC, we do the addendum, we keep on going, we can continue walking. So we do this. We know this. Okay? It's amazing technology. Okay. So this is a copy of our welcome email. It might have changed from the last time, Maylene has changed it a few times, but so so she changes it. So I'm like, bro, every time I'm not gonna change the slide. So I'm gonna give you an idea. So I'm gonna give you an idea. Yeah, because she changes it. I'm like, bro, all right, fine. So as you can tell, this is a copy of our email. So you get an idea. This is what will go out. Okay, so everybody will get a copy of this email. Okay, so we continue. We verify that a copy of the title is prior. So what happens is, so you guys understand, if the title's younger or less than 3 years, less than 3 years, the title company should give you a discount for the buyer. Okay, so you always got to think about that. So if, let's say, a flipper bought and sold within that time frame, he could get a 30% discount on that title. Okay.
Yeah, we have a list like last
year. Yeah.
And then once you get into contract, send that to the title company. If you represent the buyer, then it will be good for the buyer because it's
30% less.
Maybe they're gonna send it as a buyer, like, hey, you get 30%.
Yeah, but agents, title agents.
Yeah.
It's like,
They don't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So this is a title thing. So title don't want no, they don't want that, man. You're killing them. Okay. So we forward any repairs or receipts, and like I said, so you got to repair the receipt for that repair. We send it to the title company as well. So that all comes into play. We send emails to the buyers, request the HUD and disclosing the wire instruction to the buyer's agent, and we double check commissions, which is the most important thing on the HUD. We want to make sure you guys get paid correctly, which Maylene has some stories that you're not gonna. I can't even tell you, man. It's crazy. Title company sends the wrong check to the wrong people. I mean, yeah, man. And they flip it in the HUD. Yeah, it's crazy. So when you think you're gonna get your 10 grand, you get the 2 grand because the other guy gave a credit. See what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God. Yeah, stuff like that.
I have a task like 10 days before closing. Send out, request a DA with the agent. Yeah.
So we update the agent, the clients with the closing date. We remind the sellers, the buyers to disconnect, transfer all utilities. Before closing, we recheck the contract, the ALTA, verify all the conditions are met, and we confirm the commission is paid. Okay? We send sellers and buyers a congratulation email, send the title company a buyer or sellers, hey, thank you email. And after our transaction we close, we create a packet, in documents clothing, we package it all in one. What we do with you guys, exactly. But now we know we're going to be doing something else, so we're working on it. All right. So then you feel fantastic, fabulous, congratulations, woo, everything's great. All right, so, so, exactly. So the agent's responsibility, this is extremely important, and this is the most important part of the presentation, believe it or not, okay? We're not licensed to answer any questions. And trust me, we know a lot, but we're not allowed to. So an example, so you guys understand, you're a real estate agent. You have a limit of law that you can do, a limit. That's it, that's as far as it goes. If you go above that limit, now you're practicing law. So you see what I'm saying? So you guys, we got the same thing. So we know a lot, trust me, we know a lot, but we're not allowed to say it, okay? Now, we don't place or remove listings in the MLS, okay? We don't negotiate with other agents, clients, which yesterday we had that great opportunity. She got an email yesterday, the agent saying, hey, you're negotiating for the other agent. It's like, I'm doing a follow-up.
Just a follow-up.
You're negotiating for the agent.
Now, saying that I am overstepping from the buyer's agent, because it was Jenny's buyer's agent. He goes, what happened? So I read the email. He goes, do you just put there, you're following up, what's the problem?
So there you go. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, and advise your clients of any legal matters. Okay. It's important, okay, that you also 100% keep us informed of any changes. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what happens. This happens all the time. You deal with the guy, you say, I'm going to give you a credit for this off my commission because of this, that. But you don't inform us. When we're doing everything to review, there's a credit. Where's that letter? Where's the credit? Where, and to the title company, we need a broker letter because we got to send it to title. Title needs that to adjust your commission. All that stuff comes into play. So to recap, all right, using WorkTC as a transaction makes your company and you look professional. That's number one. That's 100%. Okay. Create new relationships. It gives you time, all right, to do that. So those 20 hours helps you go and actually go out there and do your farming. We support you and your company. We make sure that your agents look spectacular, okay? And remember, it's in our best interest that you close because we don't charge if you don't close because we work like you. We're straight up like commission practically. So, all right, so again, our passion, our business, our efficiencies is important for you guys, all right? So I just want to say thank you.